name is Sophie and welcome to my channel. We'll be talking about anime and otaku related stuff. Today I'm going to speak about Bayonetta and this video will contain spoilers. So Bayonetta first aired on November 23, 2013 and it has about action, fantasy, superpowers and demons. It is actually an anime adaptation from the video game Bayonetta, and currently there are two video games, Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. There are rumors and saying that Bayonetta 3 will be published one day, but we are not sure if it will, because from the last game, who was published at 2014, 6 years have passed, but hopefully they will actually publish it. The story begins with a brief explanation of what happened in the past and how it got here. It's supposed to be taking place somewhere in Europe, not exactly sure where, and in that place the observers of history live in. Those observers are actually divided in two clans, the Umbra witches, the followers of darkness, and the Lumen Sages, the followers of life. We are not 2 minutes into the anime and we already have Latin names. Wow, what a surprise, I did not expect that. To continue, the witches were in league with demons while the sages were in a league with angels. Like I could not see that coming. Their job was to keep the world balanced and protect it, until a witch and a sage actually fell in love and produced a daughter. That daughter actually had the powers of the left eye, which if you combine it with the right eye, you could have resurrected the god of creator Rebellious, I do not know how to spell that name, but yes, the sages were very prone to do that, and they were actually in much favor to do that, while the witches were definitely against that, because the left eye, even though it's a cursed child, it still is their powers and they had to protect it. So a war started out because of the left eye, and many sages and witches actually died. The cursed child, left eye or whatever, actually survived to be a witch, but she was sealed away for 500 years. For everyone that hasn't understood it yet, the cursed child is Bayonetta. Bayonetta, after her 500 years old slumber, finally awoke, but only remembering that she was a witch. Rodin, who was taking care of her, named her that way, and he was actually her weaponsmith also. 20 years have passed by and Bayonetta still remembers nothing of her past. She kills the angels actually because she believes that if she continues to kill angels, she will one day remember everything, and also because she has to feed her demon servants and because she finds great pleasure on doing it. So she is actually stalked by a journalist, Luca, who believes that she has something to do with his father's death. I mean, she has something to do with his father's death, but she is not responsible for that. And he actually stalks her everywhere. She follows her everywhere, even in her house, like literally. He is a stalker at that point. When Bayonetta finds out that a shade by the name of Balder might have something that has to do with her memories, she goes to a quest in order to find him. In her way there, she's attacked by Jean, an Umbra witch, and she realizes that she has something to do with that witch. Not only that, also in the way there, she is stumbled across a child by the name of Cereza, who continuously calls her mother. Actually, we found out that Cereza is Bayonetta's past self when she was a child. I mean, you could see that from how many similarities the child already had, but yes. Thankfully, everything resolved to be okay and fine, nothing serious happened, everything went in favor of Bayonetta. She defeated that sage Balder, who was actually her father, and he wanted her to become one with him in order to resurrect the god Rebellious, I still cannot pronounce that name, and yeah, thankfully he died while admitting that he had a mistake, right? And that last second when he saw Rosa, his lover and Bayonetta's mother, come to him. Luca found out that Bayonetta was not responsible for his father's death and actually were the angels, and that was okay. Cereza, because it was Bayonetta's past self and she was summoned by Balder, actually disappeared, and like we have already guessed, Bayonetta's true name was Cereza. One thing that I have to say is that you have brought Latin names to the Umbra and the Lumen, while you have named the Sage and Norse god Balder, who was supposed to be the god of light. Okay, and then you name the witch Rosa. You have already brought 2 mythical creatures, Balder and Jeanne also, that girl that she was burned because she was a witch, even though she fought for her country, and you named the witch Rosa, while the child you named her Cereza. Okay, actually Cereza sounds a lot like Serena, who in Latin means starless night, so okay, I will be okay with that. But if I would say about the movie, the story was brilliant. The story is amazing, but the movie in some parts it was way too slow, and in some parts it was way too fast. So yeah, even though I enjoyed it, I really loved that movie. It was actually my first anime movie. When I rewatched it, I realized that it has some bad stuff going on. The voice actors, only one voice actor I really love, the one that made Balder, and because I hear him in a lot of other animes, like a Jin, he plays the old dude. But in total, yeah, Bayonetta is not that it had a bad story. I think the way they saw it was bad. But in total, I would play the game with no problems. And I believe that if the gamers saw that anime, then I believe that will be a little bit disappointed. I was fine with it because I haven't played the game, but to the gamers, I think they didn't enjoy much Bayonetta because it was going way too quickly. It was 1 hour and a half. I think they could bring it to a 2 hour or split it at least. I do not know really, but it was good. The angels were creepy as hell, but this is not the only anime that angels look like that. We have Evangelion too. But in total, yes, even though I really enjoyed Bayonetta, the story of Bayonetta, the way they saw it was not so much. Honestly, I did not enjoy the way they saw it was. But in total, it was a watchable movie. I mean, I already rewatched it. Maybe I will rewatch it in the future. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. And I will say my sin, but I really sipped her with Luca. Yeah, I did that. But then I found out that she's a nun. Yes, Bayonetta is actually a nun. She's a witch and a nun. That means that she truly indeed embraced both of her sides, being a witch, and she also has DNA, Sage's DNA, so yes, she's a nun. Who would have guessed that that witch is a nun? Jeanne actually lived up, if you remember watching the movie. She was alive, and she is actually a teacher. That would be nice if you have Jeanne for a teacher, because according to the myths, Jeanne d'Arc was a French knight that she got dressed up as a French knight and go to war and fought many battles. But when they found out, of course, they banned her as a witch. I mean, yes, why wouldn't you ban a woman as a witch? They had so many excuses to ban someone in the medieval ages. In total, the way they brought all the characters was nice and cute and all, really enjoyable. Their design was nice, even though in some places it was very sloppy. And the spells they used, I could not understand why they had such strange names and how they yelled them like that. And it was like, oh, that's cringing me a little, but in total it was a watchable movie. I would watch it with my enormous friend, but I do not think that they would enjoy it. But I would rewatch it again, not now, not tomorrow, but in 2 years, maybe I will rewatch it again. Who knows? And with this, we finally arrived to the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you did like this video, please put a like or subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Until next time, guys, have a nice day. Be safe. Bye.